That was pretty cool. I just met somebody that I use his skill, and he's got one of the best skills out there.
Can I get a switch, really? I heard him like 10 times today. If you do go to my skill, it has, oh my god, almost 6,000 reviews with a 4.6 rating.
That is a good opening line. Boom integrated.
Boom integrated.
It literally takes a minute to create a skill and you're good to go.
Wait, are you in cahoots with this man?
Yes. So in the 1 minute, we each pitch each other.
It's like a speed date.
Do you mind if we record this for content?
No, I don't.
Awesome.
Not to start my pitch, but if you do go to my skill, it has, oh my god, almost 6,000 reviews with a 4.6 rating.
That is a good opening line.
Wait, are you in cahoots with this man?
Yes. Hi, how are you? I'm Terry.
Terry
Fisher. Nice to meet you. Tell me what you do.
So I'm Steve. I have an Alexa skill called Big Sky. It's the first built from the beginning, from the ground up, voice-only, multimodal weather experience on Alexa. It's also on Bixby. It has almost 6,000 reviews with a 4.6 star rating. It's the most popular weather skill by far on any voice platform. And it can give you not just hyper-local hour-by-hour forecasts, you can personalize your weather forecast, you can add customized weather alerts if you'd like, it gives you live radar feeds, it could basically answer any question you want about the weather by voice. And I think it's like the best weather product out there by far, and it's not just me saying that, basically that's what everyone says.
I use it.
Oh, you use it!
All right, time's up. Listen up.
My name's Terry Fisher. I'm a physician and a voice enthusiast. I'm from Canada, and I have the blog Alexa in Canada, which is the leading resource for Alexa for Canadians. And I have a flash briefing called Voice in Canada, which is the #1 rated flash briefing and news skill in Canada. And in the flash briefing, I teach people how to get the most out of Alexa. And so I'm always looking for very interesting ways that people can use Alexa, and your skill would be a very interesting topic for my podcast, Alexa in Canada, and something to talk about on my flash briefing. And in addition, my flash briefing, I have a gamified flash briefing where people can play a game and win prizes, and my next game starts tomorrow on the Voice in Canada flash briefing.
That sounds fantastic.
Flash briefing.
All right.
Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.
Yeah,
We'll be in touch.
I'm a fan of your skill.
Orange people.
Until the next round.
All right, that was kind of fun. Actually, that was really cool because I don't know if you probably can't hear what I'm saying, but Lucian can hear what I'm saying.
Yeah, he can hear.
So-
He let me listen in on the headphones.
Oh yeah, I use this skill all the time. It's really
This is
good.
amazing, isn't he?
Lucian is
the really best.
Lucian is amazing. Look at that guy, El Rocco. That was pretty cool. I just met somebody that I use his skill, and he's got one of the best skills out there. So that was like pretty cool coincidence. Hello. Oh, I have to wait.
It's called Who's Your Candidate, and it is designed to help people who are uncertain about who to vote for in the 2020 election and who to give money to. It matches the candidates with whatever interests you or whatever matters most to you, whatever issues are top of mind.
So that must be a very new skill.
What?
It must be a very new skill, obviously,
It
very
is a new
timeless
skill. It was kind of like born out of a demo that we did for Voice Summit. But like the race is changing all the time. So yeah.
Oh, interesting. Very cool.
Keep
Who are
up
you
to
with?
it.
You're with Boom. Sorry, I didn't even. Adrian.
Adrian, Boom Integrated. We're based in New York City. We're a voice first agency and also a studio doing our own skills. We also do podcasts.
I'm Terry. My day job is I'm a physician, and then I'm a big voice tech enthusiast. I'm from Canada, so I have a couple podcasts, Alexa in Canada and Voice First Health. And then my skill is the Voice in Canada Flash Briefing, and I teach people how to, actually I have two skills. Voice in Canada Flash Briefing is one of them, where I teach people how to get the most out of Alexa. And I created a gamified Flash Briefing where people can listen to the Flash Briefing and win prizes by playing along. And my next round starts tomorrow.
Oh wow, I want to know how that happens.
Anyway, you listen to it, you listen for a clue, and then you engage with another skill, and it's basically a voice marketing funnel that I've created
So it's
through
basically
gaming.
handing you off to another skill. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And I ran it once before, and the results were incredible. So I'm doing it again. It's like it's kind of a new, interesting marketing channel.
Well, no, I just like I'm getting questions from brand clients what is the attribution? How can we hand people off? How can we
If you're interested, you can check it out. You can see how that I've had I had an article written about this experience on Social Media Examiner about how to do it, a voice marketing funnel. So yeah, I can. It's
That's great.
interesting. Yeah. So I'll check yours out. So Boom Integrated.
Boom integrated.
This opens up to Twitter. Okay.
It shouldn't open up to my personal Twitter.
It opens up to that.
Opens up to
Everybody scan QR code.
Can I get a switch, Willie? I heard him like 10 times today. I could give his talk.
All right, timer starts now.
I'm
How's it going?
Irving, I'm Terry.
How's it going?
How are you?
Good.
Go ahead, give it to me. I got 30 seconds.
My name's Terry Fisher. I'm known from things such as
I come from Vancouver, eh?
I come from Vancouver, eh?
That's Toronto.
I live in a little silver ball.
So I was going to ask you, where do you live? Are you downtown, like a gas town, or are you up in Burnaby?
No, I actually pretty central residential, like on a map of Vancouver.
Yeah. I grew up in Seattle. I know Vancouver.
So pretty much in the middle. Do you know where Queen Elizabeth Park is?
Oh yes.
I live very close to Queen Elizabeth Park.
Okay, thank you.
So
that I know.
yeah.
Like I said, that was my summer vacation. We go up there all the time.
Okay.
Great city. I love it. It's
Yeah,
changed a little bit.
Much busier, much more expensive.
Yeah, but I don't know if I told you this. I used to work for SAP and Sybase.
Excellent.
Oh, I think
they,
you did.
They bought a subsidiary in Waterloo.
Okay. Okay.
So for 10 years, I would go up to Waterloo
Yeah.
once a month, twice a year.
Switch your pitches.
But what I'm doing now, I still don't have my flash briefing, but I did want to talk to you because tomorrow I'm talking about voice for social good, and it's a brain idea I had. What you did was reasonable with, crack the code. That's okay. But have you ever considered going to what I would assume would be the Canadian Cancer Society or Juvenile Diabetes Association?
No, that's a good idea
Proposing
though.
them and saying, look, same model, I can pull in people, and because of Alexa, I know who they are. It's not like I'm barfing a million pieces of advertising and I hope I get 5%. If they play and they play crack the code, I know what my volume is.
I'm not sure what the model is there. Like, what do you mean? Like,
Imagine if I wanted to raise awareness about juvenile diabetes.
yeah,
I could go to a sponsor
yeah,
to get revenue
yeah.
and say I could present you with people interested in your social good concept. Juvenile diabetes, cancer, save the forest, pick a social cause.
Yeah.
Not just crass capitalism. Like I drove into my website and
All right, time's up.
So it's a good idea.
so tomorrow I'm going to talk a little bit about that.
QR code or
Let's talk more about that. Let's talk more about that.
Should
Okay.
I scan you? I can find it.
I don't need to scan you.
Bring your card.
All right, you go ahead.
My name's Jose Cotto. I'm the founder of True Reply, and we help brands and companies get launch voice engagements either via telephone or Amazon Alexa in 30 seconds flat. If you scan our QR code, you're actually going to get the skill of one of our clients, Sick Bay Medical House Calls. They're the largest medical house call company in New York City. The skill actually lets you provide patient feedback after you've had a visit come in, and that skill is fully branded, fully customized. It has a very unique human voice, not Alexa's voice, and that was all done and launched with our platform, and it's managed with
What
our
inspires you to give?
Very nice. I'm definitely gonna scan that. Sold.
Well, if you're ever in New York, they'll provide you care, and you can use the skill to leave your feedback.
That's great.
Dizzy.
Oh,
I was talking with the two. I don't need another drink. I'm still sipping this one for like.
what are you
What's the
drinking?
biggest challenge?
It's a Moscow Mule. I get it for the cup.
Well, like with
It always comes in this the top.
Gotcha. Ah, very interesting.
Switch your pitches. Switch your pitches.
so hi, I'm Michael. Nolan.
I'm Terry Fisher, and I have a couple of different websites and blogs. I'm a physician by day, and I'm a big voice tech enthusiast. And I started the blog and podcast Alexa in Canada to help people learn how to get the most out of voice technology. I started a website and podcast Voice First Health to teach people about what's going on in healthcare and voice. And I've created a couple of flash briefings, Voice in Canada, again, along the same lines, and Voice First Health tips. My most exciting flash briefing right now is the Voice in Canada, because I've developed a way to make it a game and allow my listeners to win prizes, up to $3,000 worth of prizes for the current round, and that starts tomorrow. So that's my pitch.
Content saying let's eat grandma.
You've inspired. You're good. I love it.
Oh, inspired.
I don't think I would have done our class briefings that we're doing if it wasn't for our interactions. So
Sorry, you wouldn't be.
we wouldn't have been doing our flash briefing
Really?
if it wasn't for our.
For interactions.
interactions.
Yeah, that's really nice to hear.
I'm not kidding when I say inspired.
That's nice to hear. Thank you very much. There should be a little like bell when you get a scan. Ding, 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 ding. Hey, Emily. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. This is very cool. This is a great idea. It's very, very cool.
I'm so glad you're here.
Yes.
I'm happy to have you here. I saw your talk today. Great job.
Thank you. And the ethical thing afterwards is really good. I know because I've seen you tweeting about the ethical stuff that you did afterwards. That was very interesting discussion.
I was excited to get on that panel though, because it's stuff that no one else has talked about before. And it's cool just being on stage and being honestly talking about it.
Nick's story is crazy.
I know. I
Nick's
thought
crazy.
about that afterwards.
It's true, isn't it?
That's upsetting, but that's your icon.
All right, time is up. Switch your
That's
pitches.
really crazy. I think the guy. You know what's funny is when I started my website, and I don't have it anymore. I used to have a page where I'd say these are some of the recommended skills in Canada, and I had the competitor on there, not knowing. I had interviewed Nick on my podcast, and then I put the competitor's skill up there, and I met him at one of the conferences, and Nick's like, I love what you're doing, but he told me the story, and he's like, you have this guy on your website. And I was like, oh, I had no idea. So
It's so hard to tell there's a lot.
that's great. So I took it off, obviously.
Did you redo the Briefcast logo? On your deck, it looks really nice in the upper left.
Yes.
And it has like, it's the I is the different, or it's the F is the different.
It's the same sort of idea with the Briefcast and the thing. But the I sent an email to everybody a long time ago saying like I redid the logo.
Okay.
So because you can either now I have like just the I. It's a mouth really
Okay.
talking, and then the Briefcast. It looks different. It looks different.
Slick, it looks good.
Thanks. We had a graphic designer actually do a first pass of it, and then when he got it back to me, I actually edited it because when I thought about it more,
If you find good designers, it's really good. I've gone through a few some projects, and like I noticed after I spent hours trying to describe what I wanted to still put it to, it's like this is I can't explain it anymore.
I know.
It's like this ghost scene or whatever. And now it's weird because he's my business partner.
You're always pitching me on your ideas.
Yeah, that's true. It's just like, we're back and forth. I call him in the mornings at 8 o'clock, and we just talk for an hour. It's like our stand-up. 6, okay, that's even earlier. There you go. That's good. Yeah.
Oh man.
Because like his businesses have stand-up meetings, we just have a call because he's not in my town. He's in Cleveland, I'm in Columbus. So, but he comes down. You come down like once a week.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Very good. Very good. How's business going?
It's good, and it's like, you know, we're launching this new product that's really cool, and people get it like right away. They're like, oh, I can see that. You just type your brand in, and now you have a skill and an action, and they get it. Here they get it. Now we're going to have to obviously go out to like e-commerce companies and agencies and pitch it to them, because there's only so many people here that will buy what we have. And then you got to really, then it's like, oh, well, what is voice? How does that work? You know, and that's really, but that's kind of our value proposition. That's kind of the value proposition is they don't know what voice is and how to get involved, and that's why what we have is cool, because you just type in your brand and you're on. You know, Alexa Alexa and Google Assistant.
Very cool.
Now, it's not a flash briefing. You can't do flash briefings for ours, but for a lot of our customers, they like that because they don't have to every day create the content. They just do it one time and it's out there.
Right.
So, I mean, flash briefings are awesome and they're just so cool for so many people to do. But some people, it's hard for them to create the content every day. And they just want to have something that's out there that just sits out there in voice land.
Sorry, say that part again. You want something that sits out there, not like a
When I
flash
say-
briefing?
Yes.
Like,
So sits out there meaning
Yeah.
launch Sharper Image, launch Cracker Barrel, launch what's this place called? Public House. You want a skill that sits out there in the voice. It's like your domain. Yeah. So Public House doesn't want to create a flash briefing every day because they'd be like, oh, what do I say today? But they do want to be on voice. So Engage by Voice, which is our platform, allows Public House to have a skill. It's kind of like Bob Stolzberg. It's kind of voice XP.
Same kind of thing.
It's kind of the same thing. We have these templates. You just click them and you're done. You got it. And it's created.
All right, you guys, your time's
I've
up.
already kind of
Everybody scan QR code. Scan
but I want to
QR
hear
code.
about what you got.
so I have a question.
Yeah.
So the surveys by voice, is that still?
Oh yeah, that's going good.
That's
and
going
we
good
have
as well?
market research companies that use that
Yeah.
to do voice surveys.
Yeah.
And they're not really at this conference. So we wanted to show Engage to everyone here because some of our customers who were using surveys by voice, survey
Yeah.
line, they were starting to want to send text messages and engage with customers and
Yeah.
all that. And they wanted to use the platform
Yeah.
in the way that we made it Engage. So we're like, well, we'll just build Engage, we'll rename it. It doesn't make sense to call it survey. And now it can do surveys. You can like open house, public house. They can survey their customers and say, on a scale of 1 to 5, how did you like your meal today? You can do that because that's in survey line. So it's basically using the same technology, the same platform. We just added all this stuff, made templates out of it, and called it Engage. Get it? That's kind of all we done. You have to go to the site and kind of do it.
Yeah.
Or come by our booth and we can show you a demo. It literally takes a minute to create a skill and you're good to go. So that's
cool.
pretty cool. But anyway, I've gone over a minute and a half.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. So what's going on with
What's
with
going on?
Voice in Canada?
More of this. Well, how can I say? Just continuing along, right? Chugging along.
Reason why some people moved and some people sat was because you had all the men move and all the women sat, and so of course, why would women talk to women at this dating event? So you probably didn't get to talk to everybody, and if you didn't, you can talk to them over another free drink that we're going to give you because you're really cool, and you're going to forgive us for this because this was our first one. But we think it was really fun, and I really enjoyed learning a lot about everybody, and I am going to now go target in on all the other people that I missed, like the back row back there. And Daniel is going to wrap us up before we have food.
Guys, thank you so much for coming. This has been really fun for all of us. We've learned a lot. We've learned a lot about you. It's funny because you see people at the conference and like, I've seen that guy like 2 times, but we never talked, right? So
Yeah,
now
that's
we
what
have,
makes it good.
which is
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah.
So what you're going to be getting after the event is what we're calling a digital swag bag, which is going to be 50% off a year of hosting if you decide to start a podcast with Acast. Also, it includes a free 1-month trial for VoiceFlow, so you can design your own app or skill on Google or Alexa, and 3 months of free Premiere hosting on Effect, which you can start your own flash briefing if you'd like to do that. So you're going to be getting coupon codes for all 3 of those in the coming days. Probably by the time you get home from the whole conference, you'll have that. We don't want to overwhelm you while you're at the conference because all the emails get missed while you're away, right? So that's part of your ticket price. So thank you very much for coming, and so you get that as a benefit. All right.
Yeah, great job.
What can I say? These guys are awesome. First of all, he's listening. He's listening to me right now. Lucian's Lucian's listening, and Natan is behind him somewhere there. These guys are the machine.
Wait till I get there.
You know, it's sort of serendipity. Like, I've been putting out the content, and these guys approached me and said, "I like what you're doing. Fair, guys? Fair?"
Folks,
And they said, "How can I help
if
you?"
I could have your attention, please, for one moment. I just wanted to thank Amy, Emily, Daniel, for doing this event. It's important to us to build community. It's important to us to bring people together, and we want to help other people do that as much as we can. When I heard about this, I was all in. Thank you for taking the time to come and be part of it. Thank you to them for putting it together on top of everything else that they're doing. Let's give them a round.
Yeah, great job.
Yeah, so these guys reach out to me and they're like, how can I help what you're doing?
That's awesome. You're coming back to sit.
And he's the man, Lucian. His name's Lucian. We're calling him El Rock. El Rocco.
Like D-Rock, that's awesome. I see where that's going. That's so good.
And Natan behind you is helping with social media. He's in. So, yeah.
They do another drink.
So, are they going to travel with you for future events? Like, this is going to be your thing?
That's to be determined. How, Lucian?
I talk to any of the people.
Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. El Rock.
Because they all.
I don't know how I can do it without him now.
In their line.
I'm super jealous.
I
didn't talk to any of the people. Because did you
Both
hear what
Canadians.
She said? She said these are girls
but
and those are boys.
if I'm not mistaken, I think.
at a dating
Well, I know
event.
Natan's busy because Natan's actually a medical student, and he's.
Oh, yeah,
But I think, if I'm not mistaken,
but
Lucian's open for hire as well.
Which is that I've heard.
So.
So you're kind of mentoring him on 2 levels. That's what I'm getting.
Well, only made it halfway because when you're done, you're with boys then. You know what I'm saying?
So he's. Both these guys are awesome. Lucian's really talented. You can check out his website. Amazing quality stuff. Impressive. And Natan is like a really smart guy, bright guy, and he's already like helped me to change some of my practices and strategize in terms of how I can do things better. So like these guys are a big part of the team. So that's why they're on. I don't know if you probably haven't seen, but I feature them on my website. These guys are awesome.
So what I need is I need their young.
I can tell you about this.
I need their mini.
You know, because you're any of those people.
You got any younger brothers? He wants to hire your younger brothers.
You have mini-me's, tinier versions of you guys?
Yeah, no, it worked out
You have
good for you.
mini-me's, tinier versions of you guys that I can hire? Your interns. I need your interns on my team.
Well, it's funny because we were joking around that it's gonna be like a conga line. We need somebody. We need like another D-Rock filming El Rock.
Because I think she could basically need to show.
So me, I set up my tripod in the corner like a loser because I didn't have you guys. But I'm gonna try to edit that later and make it into something I don't know. Yeah, I'll see how it goes. Premiere Pro.
Yeah, that's it. So you're not a loser anymore, man. That's a winner app.
Here's the thing about Premiere Pro. When you sit down at that app, it's either 4 hours or like 10 minutes. You can't there's no in between. You're like, where did today go? I've been staring at this the whole time. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Dude, 4 hours is a light day.
It goes so fast. I try not to sit down at that so much because the video editing, I saw Casey Neistat say that it takes him 45 minutes to edit 15 seconds of video. And I was like, well, if you're a pro and it takes you that long, that makes me feel better, but still, it's a time-consuming thing.
Mac or use Alexa? Okay, I got some keyboard shortcuts.
The keyboard shortcuts do help. I don't know all of them. I know Control D. I know a few, but not a lot.
So keyboard shortcuts. There's also another. So I have a custom configuration that's way faster than the standard. I don't know if you're using your own or you're using the stock one. So I'll send that to you. If you use stock, I'll send you something where you can control the entire timeline with your left hand. Yeah, I gotta get you a something.
I'm interested in that. I do not have a lot of time, so you're speaking my language, man.
That's what I'm talking about. And when I get those interns, man, you don't even have to edit. Don't even worry about it. What's your Instagram, man?
At Daniel Hill Media.
Daniel Hill. Oh, perfect. I got you. Hey, man, let me tell you, we're going to do Instagram stories right now. So
I don't think it's going to change all that much. It's not like,
what's up?
Oh, well, they'll catch up. I'm not saying it's catch up, but they're just not.
I had a discussion with somebody the other day. It was just yesterday. It seems like we've been here for a week already. About the future of advertising on flash briefings, and the more we kind of flush this out in our discussion, it's not so much just saying an ad at the top of it, because I actually experimented with that this year. I had it as a sponsor, and I read an ad at the top of it of my flash briefing. I tried it for a week, and
same ad every day.
Pretty much the same ad every day for a week, and I specifically asked my audience for feedback. I wanted to know, what do you think of this? And most people, of course, don't say anything, so it's hard to really know the overall take on it. But the ones that were vocal said, I don't like it, right? And so there's a big learning. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I experimented with that so I could kind of see. And I still think there's a role for that if it's very short, because I spoke to somebody else in Canada who's doing a major publication in Canada, and they have an incredible flash briefing, and it's been sponsored by Volkswagen, and it's like, and that's what they're doing. And but what I think is the future of ads is actually bringing it into the experience of the flash briefing, and that's why I'm really excited about this game, because they're sponsors of the game, but I'm not actually reading an ad. The sponsors are part of the experience, and the sponsors love it. Like, they're all over this. So I think that's an interesting way that the sponsorship is going to go it's just a different perspective on it.
For me, it can't be the same ad day in, day out, because not only would I kill myself doing it, I know my listeners don't want to hear that. And the ad has to be for something they actually care about. I got approached to do ads for Quip, electric toothbrush, and I was like, no, because that doesn't resonate with my audience. My audience cares about Instagram. They brush their teeth, but I'm not pushing that. I'm not gonna. But if it was a Instagram related thing, that's how to do it. So for me, it has to be the right thing to fit my audience. That's kind of where I think it's going.
Yeah. So that's it. Yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting to see with the second time around of doing the game if it's. I don't know. I'm just curious. Are the results going to be better, worse, same? People are going to be bored with it. People are going to love it. We'll see. We'll see. So.
Do you find that a lot of people don't have the commitment it takes to do a flash?
Oh, for sure.
I feel like I will tell people, like, oh, that would be great for you. And then they're like, oh, okay, yeah, you're right, it would be good for me. I'm like, nah, I can tell you're not going to do it. Like, you really have to commit more than, I don't post on Instagram every day. I skip weekends, not gonna lie. My flash briefing, sometimes I let weekends go. Monday to Friday, like, I'm on, and that's a really hard thing to do.
That's like the first thing I tell people is if you want to do a flash briefing, like, it's an incredible opportunity, but number one, if you're not going to be consistent, you potentially are doing more damage to your brand, because people look at you and they're like, this person's not reliable. So you gotta do it all the way, or don't do it at all.
It's crazy to me that people listen for sometimes like a year longer. Like, you know everything I'm going to say before I say it. And that, like, after you listen to me for a little while, you know everything that I know, in my opinion. But yet people still listen.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
really blows me away.
Yeah, it's but it's just also that relationship, right? Like, you don't develop a relationship that you don't get anywhere else, and then it's like you become part of the routine. It's like, hey, it's time to listen to Daniel. Let's do it.
It's true, because I watch my favorite shows and I know what's going to happen. I know Jack Bauer's going to kill the terrorists in the end, but I still watch that, right? Like, I'm still like, what's going to happen? But I know he's going to. So it's the same.
But you're giving value. I mean, you're giving value. You're teaching something, and that's the key. That's the key. So, yeah.
So how about we film you guys?
El Rocco.
He talks a lot about that.
Natan, the dream team. We the North.
So what's happening?
We the North. We the voice.
What's it like following Terry around?
For me, like, I'm interested in health and voice and the intersection between them. So, like, out of everyone I've had, like, probably one of the perfect people to follow. Also because, like, career-wise, clinically, I think that I'm only interested in sports medicine. So it just happens to align, like, in sports medicine and voice. Yeah.
It's like a mini-me.
Do you like look at this like you definitely want to be in voice, or you just want to help people in general in whatever technology they need?
I think it's like a preference for voice, but it's definitely just using technology to improve healthcare overall. Because I think, like, I'm gonna go for medical school, but I think my end goal is actually to, like, have minimal clinical practice and largely doing tech innovation for healthcare, and try to turn, like, all the problems around. So
I think that's a huge area right now. Like, in the world where you can go to the doctor and have no idea how much it's going to cost, that's a problem that technology couldn't solve, right? Like, we're almost there, but why aren't we? The things that technology will solve for healthcare is going to blow up.
I mean, with healthcare, honestly, and Terry, you can attest to this, there's so many problems. It's not hard finding a problem, and the technology to fix it is there. It's more of a matter of a systemic issue where are they open to adopting technology, like due to privacy regulations or whatever it might be, and hopefully over the next like 5 to 10 years, they kind of open up the doors to adopting tech innovation, and that's why I want to like kind of build a skill set early to be at the forefront of that change.
I think helping people to become more active with technology is also going to just be bigger. Like, we have the smartwatches now, but yet people are still unhealthy, and they know how many steps they're taking. Like, it's crazy to me that we have the information, but we're not actually doing enough with it. Like, that I think is going to be a bigger thing too.
Yeah, adoption is definitely much harder than education.
Hey YouTubers, if you liked what you just saw, then feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't be afraid to speak up.